Welcome to Craft with Kathy. This is Kathy Bakken. I'm coming at you live from the suburbs west of Chicago. Please drop me a line. Let me know where you're viewing from. Say hello. Don't be shy. We're all friends here. I want to show you a quick project tonight. Actually I'm using a transfer on a wooden board, and this is the board that I'm going to be using. This is the reclaimed diagonal pallet board. You might notice that I had used it earlier last week. This is one side. This is how it comes, kind of like this blue-gray wash. And I had actually done All Hearts Come Home for Christmas, and I really didn't like the way it turned out. So I made a mistake. Well, I knew I made a mistake. But when I went to remove it, now this is wood, and wood generally is one-time use only, not like chalkboard or glass or metal or mirror or whatever, where you could wash it off and do it over. But the mistake I made was I went right to sanding it, which is fine because this is what I wanted my end result to look like. I wanted it looking kind of beat up and weathered and whatever. However, what I realized halfway through is if I had just taken my board eraser and wet it, I probably could have removed most of my chalk paste. I wouldn't have had to do as much sanding as I did. So if I didn't want this look and I wanted it to be like the blue-gray again, I could have painted. I probably wouldn't have as much to paint. I probably could buy with one coat. But actually, this is what I was looking for. I wanted it beat up, kind of weathered, something that looks like it's been sitting around for a while, and I decided to grab it and use it as a sign. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Tennessee, what's the weather like there? We're cold here. Not unduly cold. Hi, Tammy. How you doing? It's just I'm not ready for winter. What can I say? So, because this is wood, just like if I hadn't sanded it or done anything with it, I'm going to wax it before I get started. And the reason you want to wax your wood is to put a barrier between the wood and the adhesive back of your transfer, because our transfers are reusable, they're adhesive backed, and we don't want any chance that some wood particles or a sliver or anything or paint could lift up onto the back of the transfer, because our transfers are reusable and we want to keep them in as good a shape as possible, because the better shape they're in, the longer they'll last. Generally 8 to 12 uses per transfer, but I've heard of people getting many more than that. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of finishing paste. This is our surface wax. Finishing paste, surface wax, same thing. I like this. It's a rather new product from the company, but I like it because there is no scent to it, whereas a lot of the other ones in the larger containers have quite a, I don't want to say debilitating fragrance, but somewhat like that, if you know what I mean. So I really like this, plus it comes in a smaller container. And as I don't wax everything, it lasts longer, whereas those large quarts or pints or whatever, I find dry out, and then when I'm applying my wax, it's kind of like I get little balls of dried out wax or whatever, and I don't like that, because obviously we want it to be as smooth as possible. So I'm just rubbing this in, and then I'm going to rub it off, and yes, it looks mottled, that's fine. That's what I'm going for. Like I said, beat up, been around a bit. And that's fine for the look that I want to achieve. So I just rubbed it in, and I'm sorry for the shaking. Kind of make the table shake a little bit here. And rubbing in, and I'm just rubbing it right off. Now, what brought me to this idea, and I was going to actually wait and do my All Hearts Come Home for Christmas on this, but I have some additional boards ordered, so I will be getting to them in the next week or so. But what brought me to the idea of doing this project is our Black Friday specials went live this past Saturday, and they will be available as long as supplies last. When they're out of stock, they're out of stock. Don't expect them back. But so it'll be while supplies last, or until Sunday. I'm sorry, not Sunday, until the end of the month. And where was I going with this? Anyway, oh, this wooden sign is on sale for $10.79. Great deal. So I thought, let me show it, show you how great it is, and just point out some of the specials that we have. A lot of our C-size transfers are also reduced to 40% off. This is not. Our C-size transfers fit perfectly on the size of a frame or on a wood sign. They're 12 inches by 18 inches. So I put the link in the comment below. Just click on it, go check out our specials, and check out the C-size transfers that are 40% off, and this board. Great deal. And if you are a member of Club Couture, remember you get shipping, a flat rate shipping of $4.95. So if you stick 10 of these into your cart, still only $4.95, and they're heavy, they're substantial. Do you know what I mean? So shipping is usually a premium for something this heavy. So I'm going to use this side. I also am going to be making, when my other boards come in, I'm going to be making a tray. Put some little handles here, put a little design on here, and make a little tray out of this board, because it's just, like I said, such a great deal. So I'm ready to get started. We've got it waxed, and let me tell you a little bit about what one and done means. One and done means we're going to use one color paste. Quick, easy, simple project. I'm going to stir up my paste. I'm going to use white paste, my bright white. Stir this up a little bit, and my creamy, dreamy paste. You can see it's kind of a cross between a consistency of a yogurt and a sour cream. It's not dripping, it holds together. Every time I say this, it reminds me of when you're making, beating up egg whites and you want it to hold a peak. You know what I mean? But anyway, you don't want it dripping, because then it's too loose or runny, but you don't want it clumpy either. So you want it creamy, dreamy like this is. If your paste gets thick, add a spritz of distilled water to it and stir it up. You always want to use distilled water, because our tap water could have minerals in it that interfere with the pigment of the paste. So you don't want the color of your paste changing, so use distilled water. So one and done, one color paste, one transfer, quick, simple, easy. I need to fuzz my transfer first. This is my fuzzing cloth. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, you could use a sweater, a towel, a pair of jeans. I'm just going to pull this off of its backer. I did mention that our transfers are adhesive backed. Notice that the adhesive side is shiny, very sticky. And the carrier sheet or back side to it has a glossy, almost like a freezer paper finish to it. The glossy side always goes against the adhesive side of the transfer. The other side is dull. And what I forgot to do is I like labeling the back of my transfers on the carrier sheet so I don't inadvertently stick the wrong side against the adhesive. And so I'm just going to label this as Goodwill and get on with fuzzing it. So I'm going to pull it off of its backer sheet and place it on my fuzzing cloth. And the fuzzing cloth is to deliberately apply lint to your transfer. Like I said, our transfers are adhesive back. The vinyl is the teal. What you're seeing through is silk screen. And the silk screen allows us to get a beautiful definition and clarity using our chalk paste. And yes, we use chalk paste, not paint. It's chalk paste that we will squeegee through the silk screen of this transfer onto the surface beneath it. And because it's chalk paste, on many surfaces, you can wash it right off. And what is the benefit of that is, you have one surface that you use all year long. Our Sylvie boards and our Aiden boards are perfect for that. They're chalk boards. When you're tired of the design or the image, spritz it with a little bit of water, use a board eraser and remove the image and put another image down. So you don't have to buy multiple surfaces. Even though our Sylvie boards are on special right now at 40% off. And I think our Odette board is also there. One of our Odettes is still there. Another one's out of stock. But great time to take advantage of the sale. And I know I'm babbling on about it, but I was so excited about it, I couldn't believe it myself. I've never seen things on sale like this before. And it was like Christmas. Really, what a present for all of us. Okay, so I'm just lining this up. Then I'm going to smooth it down. I want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles underneath the silk screen. And you don't have to press down hard, just gently press it down, but just feel for any air bubbles. Make sure everything's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to get on with applying the paste. Now we do have squeegees in different sizes. I'm going to be using our small squeegee, but actually we do, look at it, off center here. Didn't catch that. Didn't see it when I was lining up. Let me realign this. That's the problem with sometimes my perspective on my work surface here. I'm not fully seeing everything totally. Okay, let's try this a little bit differently. I just need a tiny little border at each edge. Probably about 1/8 of an inch or so. And I'm crooked again. Oh, okay. It's because I'm trying to hurry because I said this is so quick and easy to do. Believe me, it is quick and easy to do. Okay, so we have it smoothed down, no air bubbles. Time to apply the paste. Now, we do have squeegees larger than this, but if you're new to chalking, I would suggest just a small squeegee like this. We do have like a 4-inch squeegee, which is great. It's almost like a window washing squeegee, if you will. But this works great, and it can be used for many other projects also. So I'm just applying it over the silk screen. I want to make sure I get it all covered. Don't miss the top of my letters there. I'm pulling it down. Most of the time my squeegee is almost a 90-degree angle to my surface, which allows me to pull the paste down and scrape it off at the same time. I want to make sure I don't have any lines here. Make sure everything's nice and smooth. It looks like I'm going to need a little bit more paste. A little bit more at the bottom. And I have a feeling I'm probably off camera here. Let me turn this around a little bit. And I know I just walked right into some paste there. Let me get this cleaned up. There we go. So I just want to go over it, remove any lines or streaks, pick up any excess. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here. I missed the top of my L there. Okay. And return the excess paste back into my jar. No sense wasting it. Then I want to lift the transfer either from the top, the bottom, the left, or the right. I'm going to pick up from the bottom. It's closer to me here. That little swirl that I missed. And I missed a little dot right there. Okay. Just kind of looking, eyeballing it. Peel and reveal. Voila. What do you think? How quick and easy was that? And our chalk paste is water soluble, so cleanup is a snap. This is going to take about 5 to 8 minutes to dry. Hi Deb, how you doing? I am doing Goodwill to Men. Quick, simple, easy, one and done. One color paste. Put fuzz the transfer, apply the transfer, squeegee the paste through the silk screen, wipe it off, peel and reveal. That is it. How simple, quick, and easy. And seriously, we're just barely at 15 minutes. So I'm going to set this aside to dry, and I'm going to show you, though, actually the best way to clean off your transfer is to run it over to the sink under the water and just kind of rub off the paste with your fingers, or using our board eraser. I'm going to use our board eraser and do it at my surface to show you how to do it. You want to wet the board eraser. Oops. And get this settled down again. My board eraser really wasn't wet enough. And then basically wipe off the paste. And yes, I know there's a lot of paste left on here because we covered a lot of area. Actually, this is much easier at a sink, believe me. But I don't have a camera over at the sink, so I'm actually doing this at a kitchen table. So bear with me here. Let me get this cleaned up a little bit better. Get most of the paste off of it, and then we'll turn it over and do the reverse side. Board eraser is great for taking the paste off, especially the deeper pigmented paste. This is white, so that's not that much of an issue, but the deeper pigmented paste can actually discolor the vinyl. It has no impact on the usability. It doesn't shorten the life of the transfer at all. Okay, I'm just taking a disinfecting wipe and gonna wipe this off. Yes, much easier at a sink, seriously. Or stick it to the wall in your shower and hit it with a sprayer. One of the easiest ways to clean our larger transfers. Now this is our C size transfer, which is like our middle size, our 12 by 18. Our D's are 18 by 18, and our E's are 18 by 24. But cleanup really is pretty easy because it's water soluble. It is made from chalk paste and can be removed off of most surfaces. Obviously on wood, because wood is porous, many times it won't wipe off. So on wood, it's generally a one-time use type of a surface. I'm going to lift this up, clean underneath it. Oops, I've got a little vacuum created there. You just want to make sure that your transfer does not stick to itself, so be careful of where the adhesive is. I'm using different disinfecting wipes too. These really aren't working very well. They seem like they're almost dried out. I usually use the kind out of the canister, and these are out of like a little rectangular envelope. And aren't as juicy as the other ones. So forgive me for making a mess here. The mat looked different. Sometimes I notice that things are a little pixelated and they're not really clear, and I don't know if that's the Wi-Fi signal or if it's Facebook or what, but usually that doesn't last long and it clears up and then all the lines look straight again. Is that what was happening? Was it kind of pixelated, Deb? Yeah, I'm not going to buy these again. What could I say? Normally it only takes me 2 wipes, so these babies are a little dried out or something. So I basically want to remove all the chalk paste off of the silk screen on the front of my transfer. And I generally use a circular motion. See, I've got a little staining here. The board eraser is really good for getting that off. Oops, except I need to rinse it. Too much paste in it. Then once you get the paste off the front, you want to flip it over and you want to clean the adhesive side. And it's pretty much the same thing, but once you get all the paste off, you want to clean off the lint. And removing the lint basically reactivates the adhesiveness, and your transfer is nice and sticky again for the next use. Remember, 8 to 12 uses or more, so the transfers are reusable. So just think, you can make this little project for yourself, and if you're doing a DIY Christmas this year, just think about who you might want to make it for as a gift. And obviously it doesn't have to be Christmas themed. Right now the oh my goodness, what is the name of it? Let me go check for a moment. There's this really cute transfer as part of the Black Friday special. It is 12 by 18, so it's perfect for this project. I just can't remember. Snow Rider. It's a sled with the words and some snowflakes and whatever. It's absolutely adorable. And it's $14.99. It's 40% off. So after you get all your paste out of the silk screen, then you want to go back over your transfer, and I usually go in one direction, and remove the lint. And you'll see it. I'll pick up some teal fibers on my disinfecting wipe. And then you set this aside to dry, adhesive side up, and when it's totally dry, you put the carrier sheet back on it, remember, glossy side against adhesive, and then put it back in this little cellophane envelope for storage. And that's pretty much it. And your tools, your squeegee, just run them under water, rinse them off, clean them. That's all there's to it. How's that for a one and done? Seriously, we started at 8:30. We're done. I mean, my transfer's clean. I have to put the backer on it. My paste is dry on the board. Now, if you are thinking of using this wooden board as a tray, all you would do is you would chalk on the other side and put your handles on the edges on the border here. So you could make it as a tray, or you could use it as a sign. The choice is up to you. It's just a great, basically inexpensive surface, so take advantage of it. I've got the link to the specials in the comment below. If you have any questions, drop me a line. Let me know what you're thinking of. If you have any questions project-wise, or suggestions, or things that you'd like to see, or questions that you have about chalking, just drop them in the comments and I will get back to you. Thank you so very much for watching. I surely do appreciate it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope your day is filled with many, many blessings and lots of good food and family and friends. See you soon.